Shalom. Shalom, Yeshua, brother. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem. Oh, thank you. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Grand Millstone for teaching 100% truth, while Barakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto our households. It's your brother Gadal from the Grand Millstone Dallas branch, and in this quick lesson, just going to get into you have to know the Lord for yourself, right? You have to know the Lord for yourself, because in that day, when the time comes, man, it's gonna be every man in his faith in Yahweh Shem Shah, man. All right, a brother cannot hold your hand through the hour in temptation, man. Right, everybody's gonna have their moments to where it's gonna be just them and the Lord. Excuse me. Right, and it's gonna really be shown in that day. So you have to want this for yourself. You gotta want to build your relationship for Yahweh Shem Shah. You gotta put that work in, because a brother can't put it in the work for you, and then you just, pretty much ain't no fucking freeloading over here, man. You got work to do. Right? Just like I got work to do, you got work to do. Working on what? That relationship between you and Yahweh Shem Shah, because that's what's going to increase your faith. Right? You working on that relationship, man. Being put in situations where you have to trust in Yahweh Shem Shah. Right? It's like you're having your testimonies. But I'm get Romans chapter 14 and verse 5. It says, one man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Right? Be fully persuaded in his own mind. Right? So you have to want it for yourself. I can want it for a brother all I want, but if he doesn't want it, bro, then it doesn't matter. Because it's going to be him and his faith at the end of the day. Everybody's going to have their Garden of Gethsemane moment. Just like Yahweh Shah, man. Everybody's going to have that. And if you ain't got the Spirit of the Lord on you, right? You ain't been working on the relationship. You ain't been, praying, fasting, doing things that are, good for the Spirit to the best of your ability, of course. Then you're cooked pretty much. You're cooked, right? You're missile food, man. You're a part of the 2 Esdras 9 and 22, man. That multitude that perished, that was born in vain. That's what you fulfilled a lot of. If you, don't work on your relationship with the Lord and think that your brother's gonna pretty much, be the reason why you make it. Hell nah, bro. It's like it. Hell no. But I'm going to get this 2 Esdras chapter 7. And I'm starting verse 7. It says, the entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man that go there at once. You going through that straight gate, right? You going through it ultimately, by yourself. Now you have your brothers to uplift you, to exhort you, things of that nature. But at some point, man, you're gonna be by yourself. Yeah, right now, I'm by myself, right? I'm at work, getting a lesson in called Law Yahweh Shem Shah. Before I gotta, go to work. In a little bit, man. Guess what? I'm by myself. I ain't got no brothers around me. Now, of course, I can text bros and stuff, but in other words, you're going to be left alone at some point where you got a deal. Because it's you and your faith in Yahweh Shah, man. And what Yahweh Shah coming to do? Shall I come and find faith? Right? And if you're not building that up through the power of Spirit Yahweh Shem Shai, which comes through with experience, being put in situations where you got to trust in the Lord, then you're done, bro. You're done. All right. We get 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 10 says, wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. Exactly. So give diligence to make your calling and election sure, man. Diligent, right? making this truth a priority, doing everything you can with what the Lord has gifted you to its fullest. But guess what? You gotta want that for yourself, right? I can't want it for you. Your next brother can't want it for you. You gotta want it, because with you wanting it, what does it do? Provokes action. It's gonna be actions that show that, yeah, you want it, right? You're gonna be going to camp. You're gonna be putting out lessons. You're gonna be doing things for the body, right? Whatever it may be. Whatever the Lord gifted you with, man, that's what you're gonna be doing a lot. You know, whatever it may be. So, if you don't want it for yourself, man, then it's going to show, bro. You're gonna be lukewarm in this thing, man. Always got an excuse to not make it to camp. Right? Always got an excuse to why you're not making your lessons, and if you do make your lessons, you're just doing it just because, just to like, man, let me go ahead and hit this quota for the week. God damn, you know, it's not genuine, right? It's just like a job to you, just a job. Like, let me hear you get this shit done, man. You know, nah, fuck all that shit, man. You gotta want it, but you know, Lord, He's the one that allows you to really, want to do the will of Him, right? He's the only one that can really allow that. It helps, like, as the scripture say, man, a man's goings is of the Lord, bro. How can a man understand his own way? So, Lord, He's the one that got to give you a spirit to want it for yourself. But let me get the last scripture. This is Philippians chapter 2 and verse 12. It says, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not only in my presence, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. Hey, you got to do the work for yourself. Be ye doers of the words and not hearers only. Don't be a cheerleader on the side, just cheering. Yay! Go prophets! Whatever, right? Don't be no cheerleader Israelite, man. Always just cheering, brothers on, but you ain't doing nothing yourself. You ain't putting in no work. Just freeloading, pretty much. Freeloading, nah, bro. Do the work, man. Do something for the brothers. But anyways, man, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I want to end it out by saying, Kal Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rechachodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yasharallah.